they outlawed mining, but there's all this mining equipment. So now all these smart Chinese people are walking around the country with backpack miners, plugging in wherever they can get electricity, park their backpack there, and then leave it there as long as they
as long as they can get away with it.
Yeah. What up, Vigilantes? We're about to geek out with Steve Barbour of Upstream Data, because if you've already seen the interview with Econ Alchemist, this was brought up. This was brought up, guys. We're here talking about home gunsmithing and Bitcoin, and it so turns out that that it is also cost efficient and pretty easy to mine Bitcoin at home. How you doing, Steve? Thank you for being here. Really a pleasure, honestly.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What you guys are doing is truly revolutionary. So, how did you guys come to realize that this was an option for people, and how did you guys come to the idea of creating these boxes, and what are these boxes?
Yeah, I mean, I've been building Bitcoin mines for about 5 years. So I've designed all kinds of Bitcoin mines, mostly for industrial uses, primarily oil and gas. So that was my background, designing and outdoor container mines. It's what they usually call them. We don't usually use containers; we build our own buildings.
So you were designing the co-location spaces for Bitcoin miners?
We designed the mines themselves, and then we actually built engines, gen sets to power the mines, hot natural gas.
Oh, nice.
In the oil field.
Nice. That's really cool.
That's my core business, and I started building home mining boxes, basically, which we call black box. Pretty randomly, I was just tweeting about, I have a big following of home miners and mining people.
Okay.
So I asked my following, do you want me to design you? I had an idea in my head, so I asked, do you want me to build and design you a home mining box? And I just threw it out there because I didn't really think anyone would care. And but yeah, a lot of people were really interested.
I care. They care. Yeah.
Yeah, so we started, I built a prototype within a week, and then kept iterating, and then we released Econo Alchemist that you had on before. He wrote a guide for how to build your own version.
Yeah.
The very one that I designed.
Dude, that is amazing. So anyone in your neighborhood would think when they see this black box, when they see this black box, they're going to think it's just like a generator. It looks kind of like a generator from the pictures, right?
Yeah, it sort of looks, we try to make it not too flashy. It's a nice looking box. It's just it's actually made of polyurethane sandwich panels. It's like a painted black foam panel. And it has aluminum extrusion. So the whole kit looks pretty good. It's a slick product. But yeah, if you were to walk by someone's house and you saw it, you probably would just assume it was part of their air conditioning unit or something, maybe. Depends on who you are. Some people might be like, well, what is that? It's reasonably discreet.
This is amazing. Okay, how big are the boxes and how many miners can I fit in there?
Well, we build a bunch of sizes, so up to the smallest one is 28 inch wide. So it's just short enough to fit through your door if you wanted to bring it inside. But it's actually designed to sit outside. So it's a weatherproof, soundproof, and fireproof home mining box. So you can just park it on the side of your house or in your yard,
dude,
and just mine Bitcoin in this box.
You know the meme, guys? This is me right now because I'm just being blown away here. And so Econ Alchemist was telling me that it's actually more cost efficient to dollar cost average through your utility bill than it is to just buy Bitcoin in the open market.
Yeah, it can be for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, mining, home mining, like there's certain advantages. Like there's disadvantages. Like if you have a high power cost, you might not decide to mine. Like it's really high cost.
Hey, but you're getting virgin Bitcoin
Yeah, you're
on
getting-
no taint.
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the taints and the surveillance, like tainted coins, but
Right.
yeah, you're getting non-KYC Bitcoin. Right? So presumably, no one knows what UTXOs are yours.
Right.
When you're mining, if you practice good privacy.
Right.
So that is an advantage. Absolutely.
Okay, so at the Crypto Vigilante, we teach people, we do fundamental analysis, technical analysis, but we emphasize operational security. So I would love to keep talking to you and Con Alchemist as time goes on, because people need to learn this. Now, the question that I have for him is like, is this something that you guys want the world to know? Because this is like such a gem. Do you guys want this to get out? Because
Oh yeah. Like.
and I love that you do.
Yeah, I mean, we sell a product, and we want, like any company, I'm trying to make sales. of the
Right.
product. But it's not our core business, so it's more of an ancillary product that's been doing quite well. We've sold a lot of it. But we don't need, we basically gave out we have a do-it-yourself version. So I actually got Econo to write a do-it-yourself guide on how to build a black box. So I designed it so that you could take one sheet of plywood, like just one 8x4 sheet, and if you cut it the way I designed, you can reassemble the plywood into a black box that can hold like one computer. So you could, like, if you're interested in home mining, which I think most people should be,
Yeah.
you could.
You guys are gonna, when this video gets out, you guys are gonna get like an influx of it. Like this is just gonna blow up, dude.
Yeah,
telling you.
Hit us up, upstream.ca.
Click on the QR code, guys. It's on the screen with your phone. Just go. Look, right now I'm hearing that people in China are walking around with backpack miners, and they're plugging into different wherever they can get electricity.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Because there's so much. So yeah. So now, like, I guess what happened in China is, since the communist intelligentsia, which is really stupid, obviously, they outlawed mining, but there's all this mining equipment. So now all these smart Chinese people are walking around the country with backpack miners, plugging in wherever they can get electricity, park their backpack there, and then leave it there as long as
As long as they can get away with it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. I didn't know. I'm not surprised that market is like at Miami, at the Miami Bitcoin conference. One of my customers, he travels with an S9 and he plugs them into hotels.
Whoa, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he brings
The T.
he brings a router with an access point.
Bro,
He
wait.
gets on their Wi-Fi.
Wait,
Gets free power whenever he travels.
is your homie like a popular guy? Does he have a face that like on the internet?
Yeah, but I can't tell you who it is.
Okay, because I would love to. Well, let's have an anonymous face here and put the glasses and the blunt, because that dude's gangster, bro. That's so cool.
I thought it was pretty funny that he'd haul an S9 around, but yeah, because you can plug an S9 into 120 if you set it up properly. So yeah, he just plugs it in his hotel all day, mines coins, puts a do not disturb sign on his on the door.
What a legend. He's a legend. Oh my gosh. You give your friend brownie points for me. Just tell him that, hey man.
Oh yeah. I like stories like that. It's pretty funny, and I didn't realize in China they were doing that, but
Yeah, it's a huge market now, like underground market. Well, now it's an underground thing now.
yeah, anything they can do to like make money with it.
For sure.
They do have cheap charge.
Yeah, just plug it in, plug and go. This is, oh my gosh, this is next level stuff, man. Because it goes to show you that Bitcoin is never going to die. We're always going to have SHA-256. It's always going to be protected.
I don't think it'll ever die.
It's never going to die. It's never going to die. It's never going to die. You can't kill an idea. You can't. And I'm a miner too, but that's another story. I do some crazy shit that I do. I mine BSV. I fuck around with the computational power of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay, so I it's almost like, think about it like I'm in an alternative universe where I'm messing with opcodes that Satoshi gave us to figure out smart contracts, and we're doing it, smart contracts on the Bitcoin original protocol. But that's another story. But I'm a miner, and the first time I messed around with mining equipment was with Cointerra and Antminers, and those things were loud. And yes, they were loud. So I'm happy that this black box keeps things.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. I was talking about how good the box was for a while, but no one had seen it personally. So we brought them to some conference.
You have one here?
Yeah. And people couldn't believe why.
Do you have one here right now?
Sorry, not to this one.
Okay.
We brought it to Bitcoin 2022, and we sold them at a conference, so they just picked them up.
What do you know off the top of your head, like how much it would cost to get? Okay, so you get this. So the box comes in one size, right?
Yeah, we do 3 versions.
What's the biggest one?
8 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot. It's quite big.
Okay, how many miners of the best miners on the market can you fit in there right now?
On the big one, you could fit 12.
Okay, 12. And each miner, how much does it cost?
Yeah, the big one.
The main, like the best miners on the market right now.
Yeah, the top one. Ballpark 9,000 per miner.
Okay, so you're looking at $12,000 in mining equipment.
The biggest one.
100 grand for the biggest one.
The biggest box.
And
our box doesn't cost that much. Our box is cheap. The miners.
Right.
If you're going with new miners, so you could also go with old miners like S9s, right? And just fill it up with S9s.
So how could you insure that?
Insure it?
Yeah, if you have valuable equipment in your backyard chilling there.
Yeah, that is, you do want to put it in a reasonably secure location. Your backyard obviously is reasonably secure, but people might jump the fence and try to steal stuff. Our box, we don't really, you can only do so much to lock it up. We build it so it's reasonably secure, but honestly, someone with a crowbar and a lot of time can break it open. So it's up to the user to protect the box.
Get yourself a couple dogs that are well trained, right? That's what I'll do.
That's what guard dogs are for.
Yeah, right? Okay, so one of the main things about mining from home, and like my buddies, mining Monero and all this stuff, and the thing is that it's always been very complex. It's almost like there's this whole thing of moving the air, and everyone gets, it's almost like sometimes people in crypto tend to overcomplicate things and mystify things in oh, you need a vent coming in this way, and then we're gonna have to build a door, and the air is gonna move this way, and it discourages people from doing it at home. I've seen that's been a big drawback, to the point that I've had my friends say oh yeah, this guy, well, you would have to pay him X amount of money and he'll come to your garage and set it up, and so it's kind of really, do I really want to transform my garage? So so what you're telling me, this takes care of it, plug and play, right? You get the airflow.
Yeah, the nice thing about the box is because it's weatherproof, you can just park it outside, and the noise is no longer a problem. If you have neighbors, if you're a shop and you have an adjacent shop, it's quiet, so they don't care. And we're really going after a very underserved market of Bitcoin, which is that smaller scale mining market. And so the biggest box can do about 40 kilowatt, which is quite a lot. So we can serve a very large market with that small box, 6 or 7 kilowatt up to 40 kilowatt. And really, no one's served that market before, as far as I can tell, for building Bitcoin lines. Instead, most of those people in the market, they retrofit their existing shop. Say, fans in the wall,
Right.
and get it wired in there with a rack. But the problem with that is you just modify the wheel rate, which is not ideal.
Exactly.
And it costs money. You can pretty much buy our box cheaper.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
just sits outdoors. And it sort of solves it.
Okay. I get the box. A lot of people in crypto, specifically crypto, are very nomadic, especially nowadays when the situation in the world, you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. All my buddies, all Bitcoiners are moving away from cities. They're looking like everyone's moving. So your market is people that are constantly on the move. Some people are even thinking about going to El Salvador, Puerto Rico, Florida, or just going out in the boonies in the middle of nowhere. How transportable is the box once you set it up?
Oh, it's pretty bulky.
Really?
It's pretty portable. You sort of need two people to lift it. It's like 100 pounds. I mean, you can lift that. I just mean it's an awkward load. So like it's 32 inches by 28 by 36 high. So it's quite a bulky. If you're moving a lot, like the box takes up a lot of space. You'll end up having to put it in the back of the truck or something. So it depends on what you're doing. But that's why we do the do-it-yourself version. You can build it out of plywood, so you don't have to move it. It's just a sheet or two of plywood.
Dude, that is so cool that you guys did that. I really thank you for doing the do-it-yourself version.
Yeah, well, we can't
That is so cool, man.
I understand that I can't compete. We want to sell a product and make money, like any business, right? But, and we do sell the product. We sell probably the best version we can possibly do. So for the people that want a high quality version, you can buy from us.
Dude, you're a straight up Bitcoiner. Straight up. Look at how beautiful this is, guys. He is a capitalist. But at the same time, he's all open to free and open source. He literally open sourced the thing. You guys can make it at home.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't want to I'm always careful what I say about open source. And open source is for me as a business.
Yeah.
We're in it to make money. I'm a capitalist.
Right.
And the stuff I build, I want to make money. So we're basically anyone building their own for personal use. We put the plans out so you can do it. I can't compete with you if you want to build your own. Mine's going to cost too much because it's fancy and I got to ship it to you. So I knew all that way before I started. So I just built. That's why I spent time to build a version that you can build yourself from hardware at the store. So you can go build your own. But I don't want to say you said open source. We're not really open sourcing it. It's more so you build your own, perfect.
But that's what I
Other
mean.
companies building it, selling it.
Right. No, but that's what I mean. That you taught people how to make it.
Yeah. We want.
That's there's value there, man. There's so much value there.
I just wanted to, because people put open source individuals on a pedestal.
Right.
I don't want to be on that pedestal because I'm not fully open source.
No, I understand what you're
Some people
saying.
deserve to be on a pedestal, whereas we're profits.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a healthy balance.
Is a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean the way I look at it, and I've talked a lot about this on podcasts like this, is honestly, even if I don't need to make money selling the box, but if we can help people mine Bitcoin at home and just basically participate in the network, and through participating, they'll make the network stronger, and not just stronger, but valuable, because there's another node on the network, another person that transacts, right? Every person that transacts is another valuable member, right? So that's why I like these things, we're educating people maybe right now. And anyone that I can help, our business helps, it actually boosts the network value. Right?
100%, yeah.
And therefore, you're boosting my own points.
For sure,
It's all
yes.
self-serving.
Yeah.
I want to help people because I want Bitcoin to succeed and I'm going to make money and succeed.
It's almost like as entrepreneurs in Bitcoin, we have to mirror the incentive structure that Satoshi gave us. With proof of work, we collaborate as miners, but we compete as miners. And as entrepreneurs, you're collaborating, competing you're leveraging off one another's success, is what you just said. I love it, man.
Yeah, collaborating and competing is much of the same thing. It's much of the same thing. A lot of competitors obviously don't share their secrets. We don't share all of our secrets.
Right.
But we share a lot, and I think that collaboration ends up, it basically boosts the whole ecosystem, which in the end boosts us.
Right on.
Because the more people that we help, the more people that know about us, the more progress. It's sort of a synergy.
Fascinating stuff. So, look at the QR code right now. This is Upstream data, guys. You guys have to check this out. I'm definitely going to keep in conversation with you and Econ Alchemist because this is extremely valuable. Now, one last question. For those that are into mining other cryptocurrencies, is the box also obviously available, customizable for that, right?
Yeah,
like Monero, let's say someone wants to...
Yeah. Monero, I don't mind Monero myself, but it's CPU, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the box won't be very valuable to Monero people because you're not, as far as I understand, you don't have ASICs. Like,
correct.
You don't have like big machines pumping heat out.
Yeah, but if you're doing like Zcash or like Pirate Chain...
Yeah, if you're doing Zcash, if you're doing like even Ethereum, you get GPU rigs. Now the box that I designed to sell might not fit certain like altcoin mining, so you have to look at it and see. But you can always fork. Like you can take our if you have a loud ASIC that's annoying you want to quiet it down. You can take our box design, modify it to fit your computer. It should work. It should work in theory.
Right on. Guys, what can I say, man? Thank you for your work. I think we all appreciate it. We all really appreciate it. And Upstream data, guys, check them out.
A recent bloodbath has shaken the cryptocurrency market to its core. When the stablecoin Luna collapsed, the entire industry felt the ripples. And longtime and new investors alike started hammering down on the panic button. But not clients of the Crypto Vigilante. 2 months before the apocalyptic event, famed crypto asset analyst Mr. Z predicted this exact scenario and told their vigilantes exactly what to do about it. Mr. Z explained that if confidence in the asset was ever tested, it would trigger a death spiral loop that would cause Luna to implode. He also warned their vigilante readers not to use UST as a reliable store of value and what to do instead. Discover their predictions and how the Crypto Vigilante keeps their readers safe while making them wealthier every step of the way. Because these shockwaves haven't finished yet, but the real cryptocurrency bull market is right around the corner and you want to be ready. Read more at cryptovigilante.io.